The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. These powerful words from Marcus Aurelius remind us that adversity shapes our character. In a time of turmoil, Aurelius stood as a philosopher king, blending leadership with Stoic philosophy. Born into a world rife with political strife in 121 AD, Aurelius faced challenges early. His childhood was marked by loss and the demands of the imperial court in Rome. At the tender age of 3, he lost his father, a significant event that would haunt him throughout his life. He was raised under the watchful eye of his mother, Domitia Lucilla, and his grandfather, who instilled in him the values of duty and integrity. Yet from this chaos, a remarkable resilience blossomed. Rome was a crucible, testing his spirit, demanding of him not just obedience but wisdom. In those vast, echoing halls of power, where marble statues loomed like silent witnesses, he confronted external threats, the tumult of his emotions, and the expectations of a society that demanded strength. Introduced to Stoicism under mentors like Junius Rusticus, Aurelius learned that true power lies not in controlling circumstances but in mastering one's mind. Rusticus recited words of wisdom that would linger in Aurelius's mind for decades, asserting that virtue is the only true good. This perspective transformed obstacles into opportunities for growth, an essential lesson during his reign. The relentless threat of invasions from Germanic tribes loomed large. The Marcomannic Wars, which began around 166 AD, were not merely battles for territory, they were existential struggles that tested the very fabric of the Roman Empire. Each battle tested not just military strength but also his heart. The loss of soldiers weighed heavily on him, deepening his understanding of suffering. He would often reflect on the faces of men he had known, comrades who had shared laughter and dreams. These were not just numbers on a casualty list, they were lives lost, stories unfinished. Amidst these crises, he forged insights that later became the core of his meditations, where he would write of loss as a teacher, a necessary element of the human experience. His personal life was equally marked by grief. The loss of his beloved wife, Faustina, in 175 AD struck him profoundly. She had been his confidant, his partner in navigating the complexities of imperial life. Turning to his writings during despair, he embraced suffering as a necessary part of life. Through Stoicism, he transformed pain into wisdom, leaving a legacy that transcends time. In the depths of his sorrow, he wrote, "The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it." Faustina's death carved a chasm in Aurelius's heart, but he channeled that pain into his writings. Transforming grief into a powerful lesson, he observed, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Amidst external chaos, he led the empire through challenges that mirrored the turmoil within himself. The Marcomannic Wars loomed large, and at the same time, the Antonine Plague ravaged the population, leaving death and despair in its wake. The streets of Rome, once vibrant and bustling, became shadows of their former selves. Yet in this storm, Aurelius remained steadfast, embodying the Stoic virtues he cherished. He intently focused on the welfare of his people, declaring, "We must endure, for what is a man if he does not face the trials of life with resolve?" As he led his legions, Stoic tenets became his guiding light. True leadership demanded an unwavering moral compass. Adversity became an invitation to cultivate inner strength. Penning words of wisdom during conflicts, he turned the horrors of war into lessons on perseverance and virtue, often reminding his soldiers that challenges were merely opportunities for growth. In battle, he rallied his troops, reminding them of their shared purpose, to protect the empire and honor those who had fallen before them. In this chaos, Aurelius turned inward. His journal, the Meditations, became a sanctuary. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This mantra reminded him that peace arises through acceptance and fortitude. The act of writing became not just a means of reflection but a lifeline, a way to navigate the storms within and without. The quiet solitude of his thoughts echoed through the pages, where he penned his doubts, fears, and aspirations. It was here he found solace, knowing that the struggles of his heart were shared by humanity. His engagements with advisors and philosophers revealed Aurelius's commitment to the ideals of the Stoics. He sought to balance power with moral obligations, recognizing the empire's fate rested in collective wisdom. In discussions that often stretched late into the night, he pondered the responsibilities of leadership. Confronting his mortality, Aurelius wrestled with doubts and fears. Yet, he embraced the notion that death is a natural part of life. Death is nature's way of passing the torch to the next generation, he mused. This acceptance fueled his commitment to live with purpose and integrity, reminding himself that a virtuous life is one lived in alignment with the greater good. Marcus Aurelius emerged not just as a ruler but as a beacon of Stoic wisdom. His life became a testament to resilience, woven with pain, courage, and enlightenment. Each trial offered growth, illuminating a legacy that would inspire generations. Through his struggles, he reinforced a timeless truth: adversity is not merely to endure but to embrace as a crucible for growth. His writings shaped the Meditations, a guide for himself and countless others seeking serenity amid chaos. Each page reflects a man who understood that life's obstacles foster growth. Struggles bore seeds of wisdom, and he cultivated them. His reflections served as a mirror to his soul, a testament to his unwavering determination. During the Marcomannic Wars, Aurelius faced not only physical threats but also turmoil within the ranks. Soldiers grew weary, their spirits challenged by relentless assaults and the burden of loss. Yet he embodied the Stoic ideal of leadership. Living among his troops, he shared their toils, rallying them with a steadfast resolve. His presence was a balm, reminding them of their shared humanity. His commitment to duty shaped his view of adversities, not as setbacks but opportunities to reaffirm his convictions. He understood that true power lies not in might but in the unwavering spirit of the human heart. As the weight of the empire bore down on him, he practiced his mantra: "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." A simple yet profound insight that became his compass in the storm of uncertainty. Grief from Faustina's death marked a turning point. He chose to channel that pain into his writings, articulating a truth: loss binds us all in shared human experience. Within this recognition lies resilience, the capacity to endure and thrive despite heartache. He reflected, to bear trials with a noble spirit is to embrace our shared humanity. In suffering, we find connection. Through these trials, Aurelius mastered acceptance. He embraced Stoicism's principle that we cannot control events, but we can govern our responses. Each conflict became a stepping stone toward deeper understanding. He pondered the nature of existence, often writing, "What does not kill me makes me stronger," echoing sentiment that resonated in the hearts of those who followed him. His reign, marred by conflict yet illuminated by philosophical insight, exemplified the dichotomy of human existence. A ruler in public view, he was also a seeker of truth, wrestling with duty and morality. Through leadership, he shaped a legacy not merely as an emperor but as a philosopher king whose thoughts resonate through the ages. Aurelius transformed adversity into wisdom, a guiding light for others navigating their storms. As Marcus Aurelius faced defining moments during the siege of Aquileia, he chose to command the legions himself, sharing in the hardships. The walls of Aquileia bore witness to his resolve, the air was thick with tension and despair. His presence ignited hope in his men, reminding them of their shared purpose. As they stood together, weary but unyielding, he inspired them with his unwavering courage. Aurelius understood that true strength is not the absence of fear but mastery over it. In fierce battles, he drew upon his Stoic teachings, reflecting in his Meditations. "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." His defining moment culminated during the siege, where rather than succumbing to despair, he rallied soldiers and citizens alike to embrace their fate with courage. Together, they fortified their defenses, drawing strength from unity. As the enemy threatened them, Aurelius stood as a beacon of resilience, embodying the very principles he preached. His actions during this time echo through history, demonstrating that true leadership is forged in hardship. Marcus Aurelius emerged not only as a battlefield victor but as a philosopher king whose insights into the human condition continue to guide us today. The bravery he displayed in the face of overwhelming odds became the stuff of legend, inspiring future generations to confront their own challenges with the same resolve. His legacy is not merely military but a profound understanding that life's greatest lessons arise from challenging moments. In the heart of adversity, he discovered the essence of strength, setting a standard for those who would follow, a timeless reminder that our ability to rise from despair defines who we are. As he penned his reflections, he sought to leave behind not just a record of his thoughts but a legacy of hope and courage, a reminder that even in our darkest moments, we can find light. Marcus Aurelius's life is an enduring testament to the human spirit's capacity for resilience, fortitude, and wisdom. In the face of trials that would crush lesser souls, he chose to stand firm, transforming adversity into a pathway for growth and understanding. His journey through pain and loss was not in vain, it became a guiding light for those seeking meaning in their own struggles. As we reflect on Aurelius's legacy, we are compelled to contemplate our own responses to life's unpredictability. His words urge us to confront our challenges with dignity, to recognize the gifts hidden within our struggles, and to find strength in the shared experience of humanity. In every obstacle, we are invited to forge our path, just as he did, shaping our destinies with courage and wisdom. In this way, Marcus Aurelius transcends time, his teachings echoing through the corridors of history, urging us to embrace adversity not as a burden, but as a catalyst for growth. His life reminds us that within each of us lies the power to rise, to transform hardship into wisdom, and to leave a legacy that inspires others long after we are gone.